Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for this live session today. My name is Amista Bennett, and we're going to start off with doing a little bit of Reiki, followed by some questions, and just kind of see where we go from there. For the Reiki, I am going to set the intention for whatever is best for each of you. So, whatever's for your highest and best good. If you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention for yourself. And let's just jump in. All right, so we are starting Reiki at what time? 15 after the hour. That means we'll be finishing it up at 20 after. Shannon, hello, hello. Mimi, hello. Glad to see you in the room. How are you ladies doing today? I don't think I've ever had anybody show up before I actually went live before, so that's kind of a new thing. New for me. I'm happy to see you too. How are you doing? Okay is a good start. We can always lift off from there to happiness. Carla Murray, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Did you now? Not surprised. La da da da. Not surprised at all. 4 more minutes of Reiki. I guess I could move my phone so I don't have to look that far away to check my time. Oh, yeah, it is Friday, isn't it? I have a habit of forgetting what day it is. Once I've done my Monday at the store and my Wednesday at the store, then after that, everything all blurs together. Friday, Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Three more minutes left of Reiki. Patricia T, hello, hello, welcome. Glad you're here today, my dear. How are you? The gang's all walking in. I like our little gang here. Everybody seems to care about everybody else. Diane. Hello, hello, welcome. Glad you're here. How are you, honey bunny? A bit tired? I can understand that. What was going on in your world that was stressful? Was it a work thing? A personal thing? I'm really proud of myself. I walked for 3 miles today. Glad to hear that you're good, honey bunny. I'm fantastic. I'm alive. I'm breathing. As long as I'm alive and breathing, there's all kinds of opportunities in front of me, and that makes me happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. 1 more minute of Reiki. Glad there's so many in the room. This is exciting. Do you guys ever look at yourself and you see one of your parents in the camera or in the mirror, whatever the case might be? I was just realizing while I was doing Reiki, I look an awful lot like my dad, only he doesn't wear makeup. But I have some of his expressions. Yeah, that's always interesting. There's interpersonal relationships where you have to say something you really would rather not have to, because you got to deal with the person afterwards still. All the time. Yes, and all the time. I don't look so much like my mom, except every once in a great while I'll see a picture from the side and I look kind of like her, but me and my dad are very much alike. Okay. Reiki is finished up. Let me clear some cards and get ready to do some reading. La da da da. That's an interesting way to frame that question, Ms. Shannon. Patricia T, would I be able to find a place to live in if I asked my father to help me? Okay. Let's put a time frame on that, Patricia. Maybe do you want a message from Spirit, or do you want to know what's coming in April for you in general, or what are we doing there? You don't see yourself as a parent? Oh, as your parents? Gotcha. I'm so glad you're here. It's been a while, yeah. Nice to see you back in, Sarah. Within 2 months or 3. Ran from G-Town. Hello, hello. You're here pretty early. I'm still going to be here. How many more minutes? 52 more minutes? 53? Something like that. Let me grab my notebook. Y'all don't look at all my blue-gray hair. All right, let's see. Let's get a list going. We got to get a list going here. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so Miss Shannon, I think I'm going to reword this question because I don't like having that negative in there. That's going to make it hard for me to tell what Spirit is actually saying. I'm going to be second guessing that. So we're going to ask your question a different way. Shannon. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Do the photos in her case want to be disclosed? All right, who's next? Ba-da-da-da-da. Patricia T. Wow, we've got a lot in the room today. What did we say for a time frame on that one? 2 or 3 months. Let's go with 3. Okay, find a place if she asked her dad to help you. Within 3 months. Okay, who's next? That's going to be Mimi wants to know what's happening. Gabby, hello. In April. April heads up. That's what I'm going to call that. What song is that? That seems like a kid's song. Let's see. You didn't get a notice, Gran? Well, I'm glad you made it. We are actually, check out my description box, because that way I won't have to explain everything to you, and then you'll know exactly what's being offered here. Gabby, hello. I did not see you at For Heaven's Sake on Monday. I guess you probably got busy, huh? Okay, Carla. Is that right? Yeah, Mimi's third. So Carla, you're going to be fourth. And what do we have from Carla? Nick and her long-term romantic relationship. Have we looked at this already for you, Carla? All right, let's get cracking. So it's going to be Shannon first, then Patricia T, then Mimi, then Carla. We have not. Okay, good. Thank you for the thumbs ups, guys. I do appreciate it. Thank you also for sharing this video so that I can help more people. Okay, so Shannon, do the photos in Shannon's case want to be disclosed? First card came flying out here. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. They're not expressing a clear opinion. We're going to look at some details and see what they're saying. Reiki's already over. First 5 minutes were Reiki, my dear. You'll have to scroll back if you want to catch that. All right, so Ms. Shannon. By the way, I am using the Tarot of the Golden Wheel today. You have the Seven of Wands showing up, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, followed by, what is that actually? Page of Wheels, followed by Moon card in reverse, followed by the Tower. That's interesting. All right. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Seven of Wands. I feel like you guys are seeing the top of my head an awful lot right now. Let's see if we can fix that. Nobody should look at that much gray hair. Nobody should have that much gray hair. All right. I don't know if I fixed anything there, but I tried. Okay, so Shannon, with the Seven of Wands, this is telling me that these photos don't necessarily want to be shown to just anybody and everybody. With the Seven of Wands, that talks about setting some boundaries. Okay, so they want, that would explain definitely why we got a tie on the table here and no clear answer. So don't just be hanging this on the wall for everybody to be walking by. This is okay to show these pictures to particular people. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ace of Wheels. Either these pictures are a gift or they're saying you could give us as a gift. One of the two. You'll know if they already are a gift. La da 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 da. Okay, Gran, we like it. Page of Wheels showing up in reverse. This is basically saying don't put out a lot of energy and effort on showing these pictures. So to me, this says let somebody come to you and say, I need to see those before you actually share those with somebody. Moon in reverse talks about these pictures are a true depiction of something. They're not an illusion. They're not photoshopped. They are not an illusion. They are the truth. And this truth is probably one that a lot of people haven't realized before. With the Tower card showing up, whoever you disclose these pictures to, I think it's really going to shake up their perception of things. And I'm hearing that that's part of why you need to be careful about who you show, when and where and why. Because they will cause a shakeup. All right? Hope that makes sense for you, Miss Shannon. Gran, do you want a message from Spirit? Do you want help with an affirmation? Do you have a question? What would you like me to help you with today? Okay, so Sarah, you're going to be 5th in line here with a message from Spirit. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, next up, Patricia T. It seems like it. Libra, hello, hello, welcome. Glad you're here. How are you today? Okay, will Patricia T find a place within the next 3 months if she asks her dad for help with that? You really hate asking your dad for help, don't you? Here's the deal. Looking at these cards, let's show you these cards. We've got the world showing up in reverse, the Fool card, the Empress card, the 7 of Cups in reverse, and the Wheel showing up in reverse. So here's the thing. I think if you ask your dad for help with finding a place, I think you find one pretty quick, but it is not your ideal. Okay? And I think that you and your dad can be on the same page with that this is not your ideal. It might be close, but there's no cigar here, okay? Now, with the Fool, I think you guys begin a whole new search for a place. I think you find something that you really, 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 really like. And I think you really focus on getting that particular one. The heads up here is that this is not one that you would be able to cover all the expenses by yourself. You would need more than your dad's help just to find the place and get in the place. You might need help to afford this place in a more long-term type of way. Okay. The other way this could come up is it might not be help from your dad. It might be help from some kind of program as well. But my 9 of Pentacles in reverse says that there's a little bit of a shortage of fundulation. Okay. So I think you find a place that you really, really, really like, but I think you have to figure out, okay, how am I going to afford that place after you find one that is close but no cigar and you let that one go. Okay. So that's what we see going on for you if you get your dad's help. Looks to me like you will. That would have shown up. If your dad wasn't going to help you, that would have shown up. And I would have been like, nope, you're not getting it with your dad's help because your dad is not having nothing to do with it. All right, next up, let's look at Mimi. What would you like Ms. Mimi to know about her April? Main themes for April for Mimi, please. Okay, Libra. What did I say to you last time? I need the first name, honey bunny. You can certainly be added. So far, I've got Mimi is up next, then Carla, and then Sarah. And I'm still going to be here 40 more minutes. You guys share this video around. Let me help some other people. 40 minutes is, it's not going to take me 40 minutes to do 4 people. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Well, I'm going to say, Mimi, you have a mixed bag for the month of April. We start off with the Three of Swords. We don't really like the Three of Swords, to tell you the truth. It talks about some kind of heartache or heartbreak. So something that is not making you very happy is where we see you starting the month. However, we've got the Star right behind that. So I like that right behind this because this talks about hope for a better future, hope for a good outcome. So whatever this is that's bothering you, I don't see it bothering you too long with that Star coming in right behind it. Right in the middle of the month, we've got the Four of Swords. This is some kind of downtime where you're not able to do everything that you would normally do. I don't know if this is like when you get infusions or something like that, but this is just showing up as not being able to do everything you would normally do, resting and recouping so that you can regroup and move forward again. Then we have another four, the Four of Cups, and this just tells me that it's going to be really easy or tempting for you once you get into the beginning of the second or the third trimester of the month to feel sorry for yourself and to feel kind of yucky. So you want to, you know, what I always say when we see this, head that energy off at the pass. And then once we get to the end of the month, excuse me, we have an Ace of Cups coming up here. Normally I see an Ace of Pentacles as a gift, but this I see as a gift this time. And I think that this is a gift that you receive from family. It may be a new plant, it may be a pet, maybe something else outside of the context that I'm thinking of. But I do see a gift coming in for you towards the end of the month from family. I'm going to laugh if you say that your birthday's at the end of April because I don't remember when your birthday is. Alrighty. Let's see. Who is next here? That was Mimi. Next is going to be Carla. Libra, I still don't have a first name on your Aquarius person. I need a first name, baby girl. You are quite welcome. By the way, guys, it's never required, but if you want to do a super chat, that is always appreciated. Let's see here. Carla. Well, Carla and Nick, we need to define this long term. I'm going to tell you how I define long term, and then you tell me how you define long term. See if we're in agreement here. For me, in this day and age, and yes, I am kind of cynical, so just telling you, I'm not naive. I would consider a long-term romantic relationship 3.5 years or more. What do you consider long-term? Yogesh. Oh, I think you asked me this last time I was on, and I didn't get a chance to get to you, didn't you? Okay, so Carla, what is long-term? Oh, gotcha. Okay. That works. Okay, for 3.5 years. All right. Will Nick and Carla have a long-term romantic relationship that lasts for at least 3.5 years or more? Either one. Let's find out. Still going to be here 35 more minutes. After Carla, we've got Sarah and then Libra. Okay, Carla, what's going on here? Have you guys been together before? Or, yeah. I think you guys have been together before, okay? Because we start off with the Ace of Wheels in reverse. This talks about giving somebody a second chance. So either he's giving you a second chance or you're giving him a second chance. Oh. Well, I'm taking it the first meeting did not go too well then. All right, we've got the Justice card also showing up in reverse, which is weird because it talks about reversing a divorce. So it's really weird that this is brand new. I'm having a hard time buying that. Four of Swords shows up in reverse. Star shows up in reverse. Lover shows up in reverse. Here's the thing. Technically, this is a yes. I'm going to say you guys are together for 3.5 years in a romantic partnership, just barely by the skin of your teeth. Like at the 3.5 year point that day or that week, it'll be done, kaput, over. All right. So let's walk through these cards, shall we? Because they're kind of interesting. Like I said, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody giving somebody a second chance. So this tells me that one of you did not make a very good impression on the other originally. And I've been in those relationships where I wasn't that impressed originally, and later on, that sort of changed. This can be something like that. Okay? Now, with my Justice card in reverse, this is a really interesting card. I want to feel into this a little bit more. I would hate to think that. Here's what I'm going to tell you I think is going on, Miss Carla. I shouldn't say I think it's going on. Here's the thing. You see my gestures here. Like, I just don't even want to say this, really. Here's the thing. I think that this person, just this Josh person, I think this Josh person has just very recently come out of a marriage or come out of a very serious and committed relationship, okay? And I think that this is somebody like you are like filling that void for him. Like this is somebody who needs company. This is one of those people that can't not be in a relationship. They go from being traumatically damaged to jumping into the next relationship to be traumatically damaged again, and also to spread some traumatic damage, generally speaking, with that. So I think he's fresh out of something. He hasn't taken time to heal, and he kind of needs you to fill that space. Four of Swords showing up in reverse. This tells me that one or the other of you is going to end up moving. It started to say moving in with each other, but I don't have a Four of Wands. This is, for me, this is moving. This is changing locations. So this could be that you guys are moving closer together, or it could be that one of you gets a job offer that's like out of state or in a different part of the state or something like that. But there's definitely a move that shows up here in this situation. did I say Josh? Where is your question? Ba-da-da-da. I think Josh was from the last person, wasn't it? Ba-da-da-da. Now I'm trying to find your question like crazy. There's where you say hello. The question has to be somewhere between that and where I scrolled. Nick and you. All right. Darn it. Let's redo this. If we get the same cards, then we'll know Spirit just knew I was being a dummy. Let's try this again. Okay. Will Carla, I know when I asked the question, I said Nick, actually. Will Nick and Carla have a long-term romantic relationship? Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that we're looking at this correctly. If we get basically the same answer, then we'll know. This is interesting. This is interesting. Are you telling me to just breathe? I'm usually the person saying that. Okay, so whole different cards. 2 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Remember we talked about the 4 of Wands. King of Swords. 10 of Swords. Ace of Wands. Alrighty. So with Nick, first of all, you guys have some decisions to make about whether you actually want this or not. So the decision-making process is the first thing that shows up here. I do think that you guys, with that 4 of Wands, I do think that you guys come into a more exclusive type of relationship, or maybe I should say a more serious type of relationship, because, you know, there's a lot of polyamory out there. So a more serious type of relationship. I do think with this King of Swords showing up in the middle of this spread here, that Mr. Nick is going to be somebody who really looks at things from a logical standpoint, including things like relationships, where he takes a lot of emotion out of decisions about what works and what doesn't. I think this is in the same place where my moving card was. And I think when somebody moves is when we have that 10 of Swords coming up. I think that it's not going to make sense for you guys to stay together as far as Nick is concerned whenever you guys move. And then we have the Ace of Wands ending out this spread, which basically says that there's going to be, that you will have actually learned a lot from Nick, and that you're going to be moving forward in your life in a more empowered way, even when either you move away or he moves away. It looks to me like you could be moving away with that Ace of Wands. That could be all about you. That's what I'm going to say about that. So yeah, I think both of those spreads actually were about Nick, but I think we got more details on the second one. So technically 3.5 years. I would say looking at that last spread, probably not. Probably more around 2 3/4, 3 years. You're quite welcome. Everything happens for a reason, doesn't it? Okay, Sarah, you're up next with a message from Spirit. Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah. I hope you're still in the room, Miss Sarah. After Sarah is Libra, aka Nikki. What's going on my phone? Why is it getting loud? Why is my phone getting loud? Okay. All right, Sarah, message from Spirit. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Wow, this is my first message from Spirit so far tonight. I'm still going to be here 25 more minutes, guys. Share this video around so I can help more people, please. Okay, Miss Sarah, here's your situation. We show up with the 5 of Cups in reverse, which we like this card in reverse, by the way. Thank you for all the thumbs ups on this video also, guys. Covered by the Page of Wands. So, your situation... There is some type of forgiveness that you are accomplishing, or maybe just letting go of some type of hurts. Maybe somebody hasn't asked for forgiveness. Maybe you just have to do some work and just let this stuff go. But I do see you letting this go, and I see this being around a Page of Wands. So I feel like there's somebody who may have hurt you or insulted you or done something to make you feel some kind of way, let's say, that is probably younger than you, but if they're not younger than you, I'm definitely going to say they're more immature than you, Miss Sarah. And this is somebody who is very outgoing. They can talk to just about everybody. They are incredibly intelligent. They like to have everybody around them laughing and happy. So they're very optimistic. They're always looking at the bright side, and they're always more or less kind of cutting up, keeping everybody happy, happy, happy. So this is the person that did something that made you feel like, you know what, I've really got to let this go. I've got to forgive this or let it go, one way or the other. Okay, Sarah. Let's look at best advice here. Strength card showing up in reverse. 4 of Wands. And the Knight of Wheels showing up also in reverse. This just tells me that even though you're forgiving this person, I think that your relationship with them is not as strong as it used to be with the Strength card in reverse. I really feel like now you've decided that you can't really totally be yourself around this person. You do have to hold back a little bit. And with the Knight of Wheels in reverse, I think that as time goes on, you're going to decide that you really don't want to put any more energy or effort into this relationship with whoever this is. So it looks to me like you're forgiving them, and you're legitimately forgiving them. That's coming up on the board here, okay? You're not just pretending, but you're legitimately forgiving this person. However, the relationship is not as strong as it used to be. And as time goes on, I think you guys end up really just drifting apart because you're not interested in investing in that relationship in a way that's going to take it forward anymore. I feel like there's just a big trust issue here. There's only so much that you can be yourself around this person after whatever happened. And so I just see you guys drifting apart. It's just not easy to be around them anymore. Okay, so that's for Sarah. Hello, Michelle. Welcome to the room, honey bunny. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. I don't recognize your name. So here's the deal. I'm answering one question per person, and when and where is 2 questions. So what I need you to do is figure out what's the most important thing that you would like to know. Is it where or is it when? Okay. Libra. Okay, how will Nikki's date with Yogesh go? How will that date go? Oh, okay. Okay, for a where, do you have options or are you just super wide open on where? Libra, how are her day with Yogeshko? Hmm. 5 hours before your date. Don't be sweating it. There's a zillion and one guys out there. Don't be sweating a silly little date. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, let's look. You start off with the moon. 10 of Wands. Queen of Wands in reverse. Justice. And Temperance. Alrighty. What do we have? All right, starting with the moon, I do think there's something going on in this date that you don't know about yet. So there's a surprise aspect to this date. Maybe that's why you're asking me how it's going to go. Spirit is not giving away that surprise if you're wondering what the surprise is, not with this moon card. There's definitely something going on behind the scenes. If this is not some type of surprise that actually comes up on the date, then you should be aware in that case that Yogesh has some things that, he's just not really ready to share with you just yet. All right. We do have a 10 of Wands showing up here. This is telling me, what is this telling me? Who is carrying this 10 of Wands? Jeez. Okay. Maybe we are getting that. All right. What's going on here? All right, well, I've never gotten this before. Not on this card. Normally, my 2 of Pentacles is the card that says that somebody is juggling with multiple people, and if this is a first date with him, like, okay, yeah, so what? You kind of expect that on a first date. But with this 10 of Wands, this is saying that he is juggling like multiple people, or it's saying that he is in some type of commitment to somebody, not necessarily married, but definitely there's somebody out there that he's definitely accountable to, maybe even more than one somebody. Okay. My Queen of Wands in reverse. For me, the Queen of Wands in reverse just basically means he's trying to put you into a mistress type situation. Okay. This isn't he's cheating on you type of card. This is more of he's cheating with you type of card, which is never cool. And I think he's going to end up telling you, that he's divorced or that he's getting a divorce. And so I think he's going to be that much upfront on the date. But I think that he's also going to be saying, well, even though I'm only just getting a divorce or whatever his situation is, he's basically saying he wants to be with you and be, not lock this other person out of his life. Okay. So this is my juggling card. This is actually Temperance, which is not exactly the same as the 2 of Pentacles. It's actually kind of a bigger thing that talks about balance and, saying that there's a lot on the plate. So I'm not very thrilled about this person or this date, honestly, because they're putting you in a really awkward situation. And even though this person is saying that he's divorced, or that he's in the process of getting divorced, he's not in a place where he's wanting to let go of his past just yet. He wants to keep the past around and keep you around. I guess that's the secret. I thought we weren't going to be spilling the secret, but I guess we are. That took a turn. That took a turn. All right, so Michelle is up next. Still going to be here for 15 more minutes. Michelle wants to know about moving. Thank you for stopping by my live, Michelle. Will Michelle be moving to Florida off the top, Georgia off the bottom, or Tennessee out of the middle? Ooh. Oh, there went my pinky ring. I'll get it later. All right, so let's look. We said Florida first. I think you really like the Florida idea. Georgia or Tennessee? Georgia. I don't so much see Georgia happening. Tennessee. Definitely not Tennessee happening. Georgia, I think you're going to walk away from that idea. I don't think you're so committed to that idea at all. At all. Yeah. I'm going to say, out of those three, I would say Florida, which is interesting because I don't see a lot of talk about Florida right now, actually, or a lot of research into Florida right now. But I've got my World card, which tells me that that's ideal. I've got my Chariot card, which talks about moving house. I've got my Six of Swords card, which is also another card that talks about moving house. And then I've got my King of Wands, which talks about really just kind of taking control and deciding and then just doing it. So I'm going to say Florida. Also, King of Wands talks about a warm, sunny place. So once again, I'm going to say Florida. Florida. That's what I would expect. I think you had to talk about it, but I don't think you've been talking about it lately. You're quite welcome. Oh, Libra. I was getting you confused with Michelle and the Florida question. Oh, you already had to talk about it. Okay. Dang, girl. You're still going out with them? You're quite welcome, Michelle. Alrighty. Anybody else in the room that has not been helped yet, put whatever you want in the chat box, and I'll be happy to help you. Best way to figure out what I'm offering is read the description box below. And in the meanwhile, we're going to pull some manifesting advice for those of us in the room that want some advice on how to manifest whatever it is that we want in our lives. Let's take a peek at what would be best manifesting advice for us today. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Well, this is just interesting as can be. Hello there, Debbie. You're up next, honey bunny. All right, I already have cards down on manifesting advice, so we're going to do that first. Still going to be here 10 minutes. This is interesting. So this is telling me that basically we want to manifest different choices and different opportunities so that we have more than one opportunity to choose from. Our advice, I'm not quite sure what to think of yet. Queen of Cups showing up in reverse. Ace of Wands also in reverse. And Ace of Cups also in reverse. Okay, so we want to have some choices to choose from. With this Queen of Cups in reverse, this is telling me that we have... Oh, now I get it. Okay, so some of us have been putting up with other people making our choices for us. And we're kind of tired of that. We would like to make our own choices, okay? With our Queen of Cups in reverse, this talks about having an emotional outburst. Like we've been putting up with this for so freaking long that we don't even know how to act like sane and rational people around this anymore. Somebody's going to be putting that last straw on the camel's back, and we're going to have a total emotional outburst, just like a volcano spewing lava. This is ugly. When my Queen of Cups comes up in reverse, guys, this is ugly. Okay, just saying. So we may want to try to head off of that energy and express some things in a little bit more healthy way before they get completely out of control. Just saying. All right. I think that if we do let things get out of control, it's going to be interesting because I don't really see us having a lot of energy to make any changes once we've basically thrown our emotional fit. Then we just feel bad about coming out of character and not being our normal, nice, smiley, happy self. All right. And so we could be even apologizing, but definitely we're not feeling good about this. All right. And here's the thing. When we come back and apologize for our emotional outburst, that's when we're going to see this other person's true colors. And I really think that that's what's going to end up setting us free to the point that we get to start making our own decisions again. Once we see that person's true colors, then we're going to be like, oh, wow, why was I trying to appease you for so long? I'm doing me, baby. All right, that's what I've got coming up. I hope that's helpful to somebody in the room. Maybe more than one somebody. I hope that's helpful to a lot of somebody's in the room. Debbie Hancock. Message from Spirit Form is Debbie. Debbie. I'm going to be here for 7 more minutes. Thank you for putting a thumbs up on this video if you found it helpful. Also, remember to share this video around so that I can help other people as well, please. And if you guys want to order a private reading where I answer 1 or 2 questions for you, or a private live reading where we go for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes, all you have to do is check out my website to see how to do that. And that is in the description box below. All right, so Debbie, what's going on here? Debbie. Okay, my dear, we have the 4 of Wands showing up in reverse, covered by the 10 of Swords in reverse. So, Debbie, this is talking to me about the idea of being away from home, and that either you're not done being away from home right now. So in other words, you would be away from home right now thinking that you're going to get to come home, and this says no, you would not. Or you have a situation that takes you away from home or took you away from home in the past, and so now maybe you're home, but with that 10 of Swords in reverse, then you would be leaving home again soon. Okay, so with 10 of Swords in reverse, actually I'm more leaning towards that you'll be leaving home or your home base soon again. I think it's something that you used to have to do before, and now you're having to do it again. And I think it's something that probably, leaving home probably causes some kind of tension or conflict. All right, so let's look at best advice for you. Best advice shows up as the Sun card, covered by the Six of Pentacles in reverse, covered by the Three of Wheels. Okay. All right, so this is, I don't know how all this fits together. We'll see. Let's walk through it. Sun card just talks about that advice is to do those things that make you feel happy, that make you feel like you're fulfilled, you're satisfied, you're doing something that makes a difference, so that when you go to sleep at night, you feel good about yourself. Okay? Six of Wheels says that at first it may not seem like it's paying off to do that, but with that Three of Coins coming up behind that, or Three of Wheels, this is telling me that after you've been doing this for a little while, you'll end up in a collaboration with somebody else, and it'll be a very productive and creative collaboration that you can work on. And that's where I think things start to get better for you. But for right now, yeah, do something that makes you feel happy and satisfied. You may end up kind of doing it on the side, kind of part-time. It may not be paying all that much at first until that perfect collaboration comes along. Okay. All right, guys, 4 more minutes. Anybody else in the room that would like me to help you with something? Read the description box, throw something up in chat. Otherwise, what should we talk about, guys, while we wait for 4 more minutes? Who has a topic they would like to discuss? We can talk about hot dogs, apple pie, Chevrolet, baseball. We can talk about house clearings. We can talk about ghost stories. We can talk about whatever. What's on y'all's mind? You're quite welcome, Miss Debbie. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Oh, would you like a message from Spirit while you're here? You never said that you wanted anything. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da, la-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. A scary story. I don't want to tell a scary story. I will tell you a ghost story, though. So I used to date this guy who was a Native American with shaman blood. His grandma had been a medicine woman, and his grandma liked to hang out with us. She was around quite a bit, and she got to where she would hang out with me even when he wasn't at the house. And so he was actually out of town over a weekend one time, and I was doing some readings for a service, an online service, and I kept hearing in the kitchen the sounds that a stove makes, like when the burners are warming up and cooling off. And it was just going crazy, like just a lot of warming up and cooling off. And I had his grandma had cooked in my kitchen before and let me know that she was cooking with the same sound. But this was a lot. This was like 2 hours straight of just cooking. And I was like, what on earth is going on in there? And then everything quietened down. That was in the morning. And then in the afternoon, about 2 o'clock, it all started back up again. More cooking. And it went for a while that time too. And so then whenever the guy that I was dating got back into town and we talked again, guess what he told me? His uncle had passed away that day. And this uncle, I believe, was his grandma's brother. And she had told me when I asked her what was going on with the kitchen, she was like, "Oh, we're just having a party." So then after I knew about the uncle, I asked her about, why the stove was going 2 different times during the day. And she said the first party was for him and the family, the close people. And then the next party was for him and a lot of other people in more of the outer circle of friendship. So that's my ghost story for the night. She hung out with me a long time. Even after we quit dating, she still hung out with me for a long time. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't still, tell you the truth. Anyway, that's what I've got for today, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I am going to take off now. I'm looking forward to working with some of you privately at some point. But for right now, everybody have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you guys the next time around. Peace out.